Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dave Hayes, and this is Hayes Tech, and this is the channel where we talk about pretty much anything tech, and I do mean anything tech. Now, I did get a lot of requests from quite a few of you out there to do more Android-related videos, and as I said in the past, I can't do ROM reviews just because of my stroke issues, but I did happen to pick up a phone, which is the LG K51. Now, this phone was my granddaughter's phone, and apparently she wanted to switch to an iPhone, so I have an extra phone now. So I will be doing some testing on this phone, and I decided, let's go ahead and make a video, let you guys know what you can expect out of the LG K51. So when we come back, we're going to go ahead and dive into the LG K51, so don't go away. Okay, so I'm probably going to throw some B-roll in here and let you guys see this phone, but here it is. It's actually a stunning phone. It's got the looks of more high-dollar phones that are out on the market, and it's got some pretty good features for a phone that runs around $200. Mainly, if you guys can see right here, it has the fingerprint unlock right here. It has 3 lenses on the rear-facing camera, and I will let you guys know what those 3 lenses do. And I'm also going to demo the camera for you, which is something I really didn't do on a lot of my other videos, but since I do a lot of videos with action cameras and other cameras, I wanted you guys to see what the video quality would look like on this phone. And not only the video quality, I took a lot of pictures with it as well, and I'm going to go ahead and put those up as well and let you guys see what you can expect if you use this phone to take pictures with. So right now what I want to do is I want to go into some specs on the phone, and while I'm talking about specs, I'll probably try to throw in some B-roll of maybe the pictures that I took with this phone. Okay, so it is the LG K51. The phone runs $199.99 from LG's website if you used to purchase it from them, unlocked. The screen resolution is 1560 by 720 pixels. The battery capacity is 4,000 milliamps, and it is a non-removable battery, and most phones today do not allow you to remove the phone's battery. Its rear-facing camera resolution, 13 megapixels, now that's the standard angle, 5 megapixel, which is the wide angle, and 2 megapixel, which is what they call their depth. It took me a while to figure this one out, but it has 3 lenses on the rear-facing camera. And the first lens, again, is your standard angle, the second lens is for a wide angle, and the third lens is for a depth view, which means what you do is you take a picture with it, and I think it only works with camera and not video, but it takes a picture and allows you to blur out everything except for what you want crystal clear. So you can take like a picture of somebody, do a portrait shot of somebody, and blur out the background. That's what that third 2 megapixel lens is for. A lot of phones that you purchase nowadays, will have a lower quality front-facing camera. My Google Pixel 2 XL, the front-facing camera on this phone is not as good as the rear-facing camera. But on the LG K51, the front-facing camera is just as good as the rear-facing camera. Again, another outstanding feature for it. And I will also say that image stabilization is built right into the software in the camera. So you cannot turn image stabilization on or off on this camera. It's on all the time, which I like. Why would you not want it on? Well, I can only think of one scenario, and that is if you took this camera and put it on a tripod like what we're doing with my cameras that I have right here. But, so what? I think I would rather have it than not have it and need it, okay? So, there you go. Now, the processor is a MediaTek Helio P22 octa-core processor. Again, this is only a $200 phone, and it's got an octa-core processor in it. Most phones this type, you're getting some of the generic processors out on the market, and it's not going to be an octa-core. It's usually a quad-core or even a dual-core, if they even still make a dual-core processor. I don't know. Memory, it's got 3 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, I would love for that phone to have 4 gigs of RAM. I think that is the starting point to which all phones should be. In this day and age, the games you play, the things you do on your phone, I really think 4 gigs of RAM is where I think you should start at. But I will say this, I have seen other phones in this price range that only had 2 gigs of RAM. And for my testing, the 3 gigs of RAM, it worked out really well. So there you go. Now, the storage capacity is 32 gigabytes, and when you factor in the operating system, what you get is about 18 gigabytes of storage capacity in a phone, and it does not, I don't think, it does not have a place for an SD card. Now, I might be wrong about that, and we'll find out later on when I scroll down through here, but if I remember correctly, you cannot put an SD card in this. Okay, the carriers for this phone, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, Metro, and T-Mobile are carriers that this phone was designed to work with. The operating system on this is Android 10. Movable talk time, up to 17 hours. And I will tell you, with my testing of this phone, I got from charge up to, I think when I plugged it in, I was at 8% battery. I got 2 full days of use out of this phone, and that was with me shooting videos, talking on it. I basically parked this phone and used this phone as my main phone, and I got, it was almost 2 full days, and it went from 100% at a full charge all the way down to 8% when I finally plugged it in and started charging again. Again, you shouldn't do that. You should always plug your phone in at around 30%. And never charge it to 100%. Plug it in at around 30%, charge it up to about 90, 95%, unplug it, use your phone. That's the best way to keep your battery at its best peak condition, okay? Another cool thing about this, USB-C port, okay? So it's charging, it uses a USB-C as opposed to the old USB port, which I hate because you have to have it specific in the direction that you plug it in. USB-C, you can plug it in both ways. USB-C is the newest form of transferring data, which when you plug this in using a USB-C cord and into your computer, it transfers files very, very quickly. Another good thing about having a USB-C port as opposed to the older USB ports. Now, it says the standby time is 22 days. I don't know, I didn't test that. Now, what they mean by standby time is, say you went camping and you charge your phone to 100%, but you don't have any other way to charge the phone. Standby time means you take the phone, you leave it powered on, and you put it somewhere and you use it for emergency purposes, okay? In that instance, it will last up to 22 days, okay? I don't know, I didn't test that. I can't verify that, but that is what the website is saying. I will say this, in my testing, battery time on this is phenomenal. I wish my Pixel 2 XL had the battery life that this phone has. Man, I really wish it did. It is hearing aid compatible. And again, I mentioned to you all the different carriers that this phone comes in, and you can actually get it unlocked and let you decide what carrier you want to put it on. Okay, that's pretty much it. I did want to mention that this thing does have a 6.5 inch or 6.5 inch screen. And that's another thing you do not usually get with a phone that, in this price range. And I love that. It is bigger than the screen on my Pixel 2 XL. It is just bigger. And it is awesome to watch videos on. I really do. That's one of the things I think I liked the most about this phone was watching videos on it. I did test some games on it, and it was okay. Again, you're talking about something with only 3 gigs of RAM. It does not have the processor that some of the high-grade phones, like my Pixel 2 XL or Noah's Samsung S9 Plus has. But again, $200 phone. I think it did phenomenal. Okay, it's easy to use. Again, it has a rear triple camera system in it. You want to remember that that rear triple camera system works. 2 of the lenses, for your close-up view and your telephoto view are 2 of the lenses, and then that other lens is more for picture taking. I don't think you can use it for the videos though. And if I'm wrong, and somebody knows that, please, correct me below in the comment section. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you just don't find that in most cameras. The rear-facing camera, for some reason, which I don't understand, is of less quality in its pixel area, and I don't know why, because a lot of people use the rear-facing camera on their phone more than the front-facing camera. And for vlogging, I think you would want to have a really high-quality camera, and this one gives you that. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'll try to hold it up close. And you guys can see it has, it had the 3 lenses and the flash. And again, they're advertising that it's got the all-day battery on it. Now, that's pretty much it for specs. You can only get it in one color, which is titanium black, my favorite color, for a phone anyways. And that pretty much covers everything I wanted to go over. So what do you say we go ahead and take this thing outside, and I'll let you all see what it looks like as far as video quality goes, and what you can expect if you're going to use the cameras on this phone. All right, we are at the Foster Joseph Sayers Dam. Hey, Zig, keep up. And I wanted to test out the front-facing camera on this. Now, I will tell you that it shoots in 1080p in both the rear and front-facing camera. Now, on the rear-facing camera, there's actually 3 lenses, cropped-in look or close-up look, and the other is for a wide angle. One thing this does not allow for is switching between wide angle and normal mode while you're recording, so you have to stop recording. So here we are again, Foster Joseph Sayers Dam behind me, and there you go. So I'm going to do some walking, let you guys see what the stabilization looks like. It'd be better if I had it on my little selfie stick. Let me hold it out with this hand if I can. Okay, I think that's going to be better if I can hold it like that. There's Ziggy. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, almost dropped it. But here you guys go. We're going to walk along the path here. This will give me a good representation of how the image stabilization works. And as you guys can see, here's the path that I'm walking on. And wow, the sun's in my face. This is what you can expect with the front-facing screen for vlogging. Yeah, boy, keep the sun behind the lens. Of course, that's the rule of thumb for videoing on any camera. You do not want the sun back here, throwing all that light into the lens. You want it behind the lens. But here you go. All right, I think this gives a good representation of when you're recording video using the LG. So let's go ahead and get back to the video. Okay, we are on the LG right now. We're recording in 1080p. The only thing I think that really sucks about this is it only records in 1080p. It does not record in 4K. But again, a lot of people do not watch videos in 4K. They watch in 1080p. So, as long as it's HD, 1080p is fine for me. Now, I want to see if I can actually zoom in while recording, because this camera does have a wide angle, which is what's right now, and then like a telephoto. So let's go to, let's see if it'll change while recording. Okay, so it won't. So you have to stop recording to switch the view. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to switch views and let you guys see what that looks like. So let's do that now. Okay, so what I did was I switched views. This is the wide angle view. Now, it doesn't warp anything. You just get a really wide view. One thing nice about this is it has image stabilization on pretty much all the time. I didn't see a setting where I could shut that off, and I'm walking and I'm actually holding this camera handheld, so I shake really bad. You can hold the phone upright if you want. I hate it when people make videos like that. I have a widescreen television. I do not like to see an up and down striped video on my TV, but I get it where it could be useful for like TikTok and some of those other formats that people use. All right, but here you go. I'll give you a real quick, shot. I want to see what the colors look like in the sky, and it's really cool because this camera has 3 different lenses on it. The main lenses. There are 3 of them. My guess is one of them is for the telephoto, the one I showed you at the start of the video, which I'll show you again right now. This view, which is, really zoomed in. But the other lens, I'm not sure what that is. And yes, it has 3 lenses. There's actually 4 dots. I can see 3 lenses and a light. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the wide view again. Again, this is the normal view, okay? I know it's called wide angle, but this is the normal view that you can expect with this camera. So what do you guys think? Again, I'm walking, and what do you think of the image stabilization? And believe me, it's handheld. I do not have it in a rig. And you guys know, oh, and I'm holding it with my left hand. Ziggy, don't you, oh man. And you guys know I have a very bad shake after my second stroke. What are you eating? Oh, Ziggy, don't run from me. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video, and we'll turn it to the selfie mode, let you guys see what that looks like. Okay, well, I hope you guys got a little something out of that. I tried to represent the phone as best I could outside, and, to give you guys a good idea of what you could actually expect out of the cameras on this phone. Now, I had a couple other things I wanted to mention before I let you go. This thing has a jack in it, a 1.5 millimeter headphone jack. I miss being able to plug in earphones and a microphone to my cell phones. I really do miss that. The fact that this phone gives you that is phenomenal. And I've tested it. And in the videos earlier that you listened to, I actually had my Rode microphone that is meant for cell phones and DSLR cameras. I had it plugged in and pinned to my shirt, and well, actually pinned to the dog carrier. But I was using that microphone on this camera. And I was using that microphone on this cell phone, when I was using the camera. And I wish my Pixel 2 XL had that same option, and it doesn't. So kudos to LG for that. I really do love that. Also, I like the fact that it has the fingerprint scanner on it where you can scan your fingerprint. Even though I don't use stuff like that, it's great that they give you that option. I love the glass. I don't know. I used to hate this when it first came out, but now it's elegant, and I love that glass look and feel on the outside of a phone. And again, this is a $199.99 phone that comes with a glass coating, so it looks and feels like a high-end phone, and I love that. I mean, it's got rounded edges. It just feels good in the hand. I like the fact that it has a dedicated button that you can actually map to do whatever you want. Kind of like Samsung's Bixby button, which I hate. This one you can map. I didn't do it, but from what I've read, you can map this button to do pretty much whatever you want. The other thing I wanted to mention is the speaker ports, and I know you're not going to be able to see this unless I do a real extreme close-up. But there you guys can see, hopefully, the speaker port on the bottom of this camera, which allows for the video playback to sound good. So if you're using this to watch videos with, the actual sound quality coming out of the phone is not bad. It's not. Is it phenomenal? No, absolutely not. But for $200, it's not bad. So, bottom line, can I recommend the LG K51 to you? I have to say absolutely. If you're in the market for a phone, but you cannot afford to, flop down almost $1,000 or more for a Pixel 2 XL or LG's flagship phone or Apple's phones or even Samsung's flagship phones, and you need to get something that you can just afford, that will do the job, get you through the day or 2 days, I can highly recommend the LG K51. So, I think I've kept you long enough talking about the LG K51 cell phone. I did say I wasn't going to make a very long video, so hopefully this wasn't that long. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video clips I did with the cell phone. Again, I tried to keep it as short as I could, but you know how that goes. I don't script. I hate scripting. And the last thing I wanted to mention is the reason why I don't have a lot of videos coming out. I put out a video earlier talking about the remote, and I said in that video about the reason why my videos weren't coming out as much is because we have a new puppy now, and that puppy demands a lot of attention. Right now, Noah is keeping an eye on him so I can make this video, because if Noah wasn't watching him, he'd be back here chewing on everything, biting me in the ankles. Yeah, he's an ankle biter, and just barking up a storm. So but he's getting older, he's getting better, and as soon as he gets a little older, the videos are going to start pouring out. I've got so many ideas and products sent to me, and products I purchased. I want to get reviews out, so be looking for that. Also, I am going to be doing a video on Noah's phone, and he has the Samsung S9 Plus, so we're going to be doing pretty much a review like I did here on that phone, and we're going to see if that phone's worth buying today, which, spoiler alert, yes, it is. Also, I just purchased a tablet for my wife. Her Huawei tablet bit to dust. The charging port went bad. So I purchased her a Samsung Galaxy S4, and it's a 10.5-inch screen that comes with an S Pen, and it is a phenomenal tablet. The newer ones that they have out right now are the S7. So, yeah, there are newer ones out on the market, but at almost $600, they're very expensive. I got hers for right around $270. And again, it's a phenomenal tablet. I will be doing a review on that. Okay, I've kept you long enough. And here I am blabbing on again. So I just want to say again, thank you all for watching. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you all on the next one.